Hey everyone, Steve Grogan here, founder of geekwingchun. Today we have another sensitivity drill. It's kind of a long-winded name because I don't know what else to call it. Tan, Pak, Fook, and the punch. So stick with us and you'll see what that means. If you've never been here before, this channel provides free training tips and ideas to people who want to get better at Wing Chun but might not be able to make it to class as much as they like. So hit subscribe and you'll see more videos. This is kind of a precursor to Chi Sao, not just two-handed, but even one-handed Chi Sao. Because I don't think people should just get, kicked into the deep end of Chi Sao. Like, like your Sifu comes up behind you, oh, you've never done Chi Sao, today's the day, and he throws you right into it and you don't know what you're doing. So I have these other drills that I've either picked up from others or I came up with. This particular one came from a YouTube channel called Enter Tai Chi. So thanks to them for this. Just one other thing I wanted to mention before we start. Johnny is not 100% super familiar with these moves, so he's just going to try the best he can. Hopefully those of you out there who know what we're attempting will be like, oh yeah, I know what they're trying to do, okay? So, the way it works, we start out with Johnny's right arm is in a Tan Sao, and I'm doing a Fook Sao over that, and our other arm's in chamber. And so this, you might recognize, is like the beginning of Dan Chi Sao, right? But we're not doing Dan Chi Sao. What we're going to do is, don't do the block yet. I'm going to cut inside with my Fook Sao, and I'm going to try to punch. But Johnny, using sensitivity that he hasn't developed yet, he will try to stick to my hand so I don't punch. So as I cut in, and then as I go to punch, he goes from the Tan and circles around so that he's now outside me. Hold your hand right there. I'm going to drop my hand away. Basically, it's a Pak Sao. Okay? So now, Johnny is on the outside, so now he's going to cut into the middle with the Fook Sao and try to punch. So I went. So now I'm outside. Right? Now here it gets a little tricky because you might wind up with a Pak Sao it's so far up where if you try to cut in, like if there's too much of his arm there, you might get caught on it. But if you're right here, it's easier when there's less arm there. Don't push too far over. Meet right on the center. Yep. So then now Johnny tries to cut in. Yep. A little better than that, but you get the idea. Now, that's the basics. That's really all there is to it. And then I cut in again. Pox. He cuts in again. Pox. Like I was saying, if I'm too far up his arm, and I go to if I go to try to clear it, hey, look it, he's caught. And that wouldn't be very good. So what I could do in that case, I'm not saying. If I find I can't do it, then I could do something else. And then he could do the same thing from there, where he would swing around. And then now he's really far up my arm. So he might have to do something like that. Juts out, just goes like this. So you do that, and then bounce right back up to, yep. So, but to go back to basics, he's got his Tan Sao, I got my Fook Sao. I use a Fook Sao to cut into the center. He feels that. I try to punch. He does Pak Sao outside. He cuts in the center to punch. I roll around to Pak Sao. Okay, so that's the basics of it. Again, if you find you can't, when you're on the outside doing the Pak Sao and you find you can't cut in, try something else. Okay, and You know what would be really cool is if you think to do this, record yourselves doing it, and leave a comment below. Leave a video comment below, not just a, typical, that's a cool drill, or that's crap, don't quit your day job. Leave a video comment. I'd like to see how you wind up playing around with it. And that's all. See you in the next video, and again, hit subscribe before you go. Thanks.